guys, welcome back to my kitchen. It is so hot today, but I'm gonna do a dinner that's not going to heat up the kitchen too much. It's going to be quinoa made into tabbouleh. So usually tabbouleh salad is made with bulgur wheat, but that doesn't really agree with me too well, so I'm gonna substitute quinoa today. It's kind of going to be my version of tabbouleh anyway, because I don't really like mint, so I'm going to leave the mint out as well. But I'm going to get started over here with my quinoa. I've got 2 cups in the pan here, and what I'm first going to do is soak it for a little bit and then rinse it, because the place where this is manufactured, I'm sure, is filthy. So you don't want to be eating all that dirt from the factory. Trust me, it's not clean. You should always rinse your quinoa. You should always rinse your rice. So I'm just going to let that sit for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to try and knock down all these ones that are floating, because we don't want them to end up in the sink. We paid good money for that. Alright guys, so I've had the quinoa soaking for a little bit, and I just want to show you close up. There's some impurities floating to the top. What happens when you let it soak for a little bit is the impurities float to the top. So you could see there's a piece of a stem here. Focus. Okay. My camera's not cooperating. There's also some dead grains in there that are just like shells. You probably don't want to eat them. You could see the water's filthy as well. So what I like, there's a dark one. What I like to do is just pour off, I bring it over to the sink like this, and I just pour off that top layer of water very slowly, because it's going to start to suck up the rest of the quinoa. So just pour off as much of that as you possibly can without losing a lot of the quinoa. Just really slow. And you could rinse it again if you want, but I think that's pretty good. So now that was 2 cups of quinoa, so I'm going to add in 2 1/4 cups of water and about a half a teaspoon of Himalayan sea salt, or you could use Celtic sea salt. If you're going to use a salt, use one that's good for you, that has minerals in it. So I would recommend, you know, the pink sea salt, or the Celtic is really good as well. It's got minerals, stuff that is not just going to be there for the taste, it's going to be there for your health as well. Sean's a little upset. It's a thunderstorm right now, but that's what happens on a hot day in the summer. You get some hot weather and then a thunderstorm. But I'm going to put this on the stove. Once it starts coming to the boil, turn it down on low and let it cook for 10 minutes simmering. And then turn the heat off and let it sit for another 10 minutes. Alright, here's the quinoa after it's rested. It's nice and fluffy. There's no more liquid left in it. I'm just going to let it sit in this bowl to cool off while I chop up my vegetables. So I have about a pint or so of cherry tomatoes here, or grape tomatoes. I'm going to cut them really fine, like in quarters. A whole bunch of scallion. An English cucumber, that's the one without the seeds. You can use a regular cucumber if you scoop out the seeds. Nobody wants to eat those seeds. They just give you indigestion. It's not cool. And an entire nice bunch of parsley. I'm going to chop this really, really fine. This just, you know, regular. And this I'm going to use my mandolin and get nice julienne pieces. So we'll check back after that's all chopped up and we'll make the dressing. Alright, there's everything mixed together. Now we're about to make the dressing. It's super, super simple. In the blender, I have 1/3 cup of olive oil. I'm going to throw in 1 peeled garlic clove. I'm going to juice these 2 lemons with my squeezer. Blend that up. And then, of course, salt and pepper to taste. So I'm probably going to put about another ½ teaspoon of salt, and a healthy round of cranking from the pepper mill. There's the dressing all blended up. We're just going to pour it over the top. And I'm going to mix it up very carefully because this bowl is quite full. All right, there you have it, the completed salad. I would let that sit in the refrigerator until you're ready to eat it. It's even better the next day because the flavors really have a chance to get into it, and you know, some dishes are just better the second day. So you can have that with some hummus, some pita, some falafel. You could pretty much have that just on a bed of lettuce as dinner, as a lunch, maybe even a breakfast. It's got quinoa in it. It's pretty good. Especially during the summertime when you want something that's cool and not hot. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that recipe. I hope you give it a try. Let me know if you do. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And please subscribe for more videos like this one. And until next time.